Chipper Chapter. This is Chipper Chapter. 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 Moving in Chamba all the time, talking about murder, shit. Moving in Chamba all the time, talking about murder, shit. Chipper Chapter. This is Chipper Chapter.
Talk about trailers. Two of them. Joker. As well as Endgame IMAX trailer. Spoiler alert. They were both pretty interesting.
Wait, is this part of it?
I thought we were recording.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the intro, so...
I know. What's up? Chipper Chaps. This is Chipper Chap Chat. Episode
144.
144.
All right.
I'm FooRay.
I'm Chamba.
Let's talk about some stuff.
Yeah.
Namely the stuff I mentioned a second ago.
Yes, that's right. It seems like, okay, new intro. Gonna be a new intro, it seems like most episodes, depending on whether or not you make something new for it. But let that roll as is.
I got something else that I'll play for you later as well.
Sure, after. We'll work that out after. So yeah, if you heard that little bit at the start, it's a brief teaser of what we're going to talk about. All right, let's start off. I've got the topics up here, so I'll start it off. We'll talk about the... did you hear about David Harbour and Rachel Weisz being included in the Black Widow film?
I did hear about that, as well as the girl who plays Paige in the Paige movie.
Oh, right on. Is she going to be like a young her?
I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be young Black Widow or if she'll be like a new young Black Widow. Like maybe the program starts back up and the old Black Widow has to go take down new Black Widow.
Okay. And she's gonna like switch her up and teach her good ways. When does this movie take place?
Train a replacement. Nobody knows yet because they're not allowed to say anything about
after
new.
Endgame. That's right. Understandably so. I mean, it's
right.
But that's good. Like they're casting good, solid actors for this spin-off. Hopefully, it's not bad.
Yeah, I also hope that. But at the same time, very low stakes for me. Not going to be too bent out of shape either way.
I'm kind of in that boat right now. It's kind of difficult to just think of other Marvel or just films in general with the Endgame thing kind of just being
looming.
Just present.
Yeah.
So it's tough.
Captain Marvel made a gajillion dollars.
It's reached $1 billion. It's weird, right? You know what's weird about this 1 billion?
Give me just one thing that's weird about it.
I'll give you one thing that I'm finding odd.
Okay.
Right? One specific thing.
All right.
Other than, people have watched it, but I'm not hearing I haven't heard anybody super rave about it to me.
About
Captain Marvel.
Marvel.
Yeah. Most of the people that I've spoken to, they've enjoyed it. But a majority have said it's fine. It's fine. And I'm like, Yeah, I can kind of see that too, but I don't know. It's like 1 billion doesn't seem like it should be a big thing. 1 billion is a lot.
It is a lot.
But I don't know. It's just, it was weird.
I think I agree. Like, I've not heard. I mean, I have heard from people that it was their favorite one and stuff like that. From a few select people,
Sure.
I've heard that.
Right. I've read that too. I've read some people like, oh, this is their favorite ever, and I'm just like, I'm happy, man. I'm happy you like it.
I part of me assumes that it's like it's appealing more to the casual fan.
Yes.
But to the people who are like really entrenched in the MCU,
I think
it's just kind of a filler episode.
I think that might be it. Like, so far, the people that most of the people that I've heard that I'm hearing from, that it's kind of like it's a fine or it's a lackluster film, or it's just like it's what it is, are either comic fans or fans of the universe, of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, like deep into it, kind of. The ones who've like really, really liked it, but are like, yeah, it's. But then I've also heard people who are just like casual fans go, it's fine. So I don't know. It's a weird, but congrats on making 1 billion, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be something to it.
For sure.
I mean, also, I guess it's not gonna hit everybody the same way.
That's true.
It's not gonna get me on the ooh, finally a lady superhero thing in the same way that
We've
it might
had
for a young girl.
Right.
You know, little girls might have ate that movie up.
That's true.
I mean?
No, that's true. That's true. And you know, like they've got that now. They've got Wonder Woman now. Great. Let's do more of that.
Who knows how that Wonder Woman thing is going to turn out, though?
I mean, just like Wonder Woman, the first one. I mean, there's that, and then plus this Wonder Woman 80s, whatever it's going to be called. 84, sure.
Yeah.
Still no word on that one. I guess they might just drop that trailer eventually.
Yeah, I don't think I heard that. I think I heard that they had new footage to show
at CinemaCon.
At CinemaCon, yeah.
They actually had footage.
I don't know when. I don't know what when we're
right.
public going to see it. But yeah.
All right. First thing. Okay, we have that Black Widow casting. Next up, we've got the. I guess let's go with that one since it's not really comic related. The trailer for The Dead Don't Die.
Yeah.
I want to watch this in the cinema. This looks fun.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to see that one. It looks cool. It has a lot of people in it.
It really does.
It has a lot of random people in it.
It really does. Like Tilda Swinton.
Think of the last time. Tilda Swinton looks great in it.
She looks like she's probably going to be the best character in this one.
Yeah. She looks pretty great.
But when isn't she good?
Yeah, she was one of my favorite parts of Strange for sure.
Right. But yeah, that film looks fun.
I definitely heard early rumors that she's going to be in Endgame.
Oh, man. Dude, Endgame's going to blow my mind.
Yeah, I can't wait.
We'll talk about that when we get to that. But I thought we were doing the trailer talks separately. Oh, I think we still could. That's why when you started mentioning it in the intro, I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I thought we were doing that right now. And then we were going to do the news thing after.
Well, it's on the sheet. It's written specific. So
Didn't
I was
even
like,
look at the sheet.
That's probably why I write it out.
I thought I said let's do these separate, and then I started the intro with we're going to talk about these trailers.
Well, I mean, it's
well,
it's what it is now.
You know,
this is how we organize. It doesn't matter.
It is.
It's fine. It doesn't matter.
It's fine. What else is on the thing?
Well, we've got that one. We've got the Well, anyway, that one I'm gonna watch. It looks great. That one looks good. We've got that Joker trailer teaser for the Gotham final season.
Yeah. So I've heard a lot of mixed reaction on this new Joker.
Yes. What are your thoughts, though? Who cares about what others are thinking right now? This is a contained bubble we like to speak in the Chipper Chap chat.
Okay.
That's how I treat Chipper Chap chat.
How do I feel about it?
Yes.
I guess it's cool that it's the same actor kid. You know, he was fine.
I'm
and
glad
he's gotten to play multiple iterations of this character now.
Honestly, I'm glad he's finally given a chance to actually play the character, whether or not they call him Joker or not.
No, this one they said
He's
this
Joker.
is now the Joker.
Like,
so
I'm
the
fine.
Gotham version
glad
of the Joker is pretty horror based. Like he's like
it.
a Freddy Krueger melted face.
I dig it because it's like you finally gave the actor a bone after he's been playing this sort of Joker for for the past few seasons, it seems. Various versions of him. So it's almost like we've got every kind of Joker you want in it.
Right.
So
basically, the new one, I don't know, man. I think the one aspect that I struggle with the most is the hair, but I also I get it still.
I kind of want to sketch it out.
Different. Yeah, right.
I kind of want to sketch it out.
Like I know there's a way to draw him cool.
No.
The
thing is, I don't think this Joker's supposed to be cool.
Right, he's supposed to be scary.
He's supposed to be like a demented. Awesome. Yeah, and that's why I'm like, oh, okay, he's definitely that. He's a horrific character.
I think I just wish they would have tried something.
Like what?
Either more or less with the face makeup.
Right. There was that one I think he looked better in the in the actual video as opposed to the image. Because the image
the image is real weird. He has image, more hair in that too.
The image looks like they just caked on a bunch of batter on his face. Whereas in the video with the lighting and everything, it looks like still looks like the dude with just a really messed up skin.
Right.
Which I think worked better. I think with proper lighting, but that's with a lot of things like still images, promo images, all that type of stuff. It's especially behind the scenes images, never really sell what a character is supposed to look like in the final.
The facial expression he's doing in that promo picture. And they gave him more hair in that as well, and it just looks like a zombified version of Ledger's Joker.
Kind of, yeah.
Because he's got the big purple overcoat.
What I find weird,
but in the actual show, it doesn't look as.
It looks
Halloween costume-y.
Yes. It looks like that's what I mean. Promo shots almost because it's all this bright light on you to get everything clear. Whereas in the film itself, in the show, it looks like, oh, he's proper lighting. It's moving and everything. It just looks better. For some reason, though, I'm like, the previous versions of the actor played, a lot of those ones could have been a Joker properly. Right. Do you know what I mean? Any of those versions.
Because he played Jeremiah, which was before Joker.
Yep.
Then he played that guy died and had his face sewn onto his face version of the Joker.
Yep. And then the brother.
And then he played the brother, which was the pale skin red.
I think Jerome was something like that.
Jerome was the first one.
Jerome was the first one. Right. Was Jeremiah the second
I don't remember.
I forget.
Maybe Jeremiah was the second
the Jeremiah was the second one.
And then that one was it was almost sort of like the Dark Knight Returns one, where it's just kind of a smooth face with red lipstick,
which looked cool.
It did look cool.
If you look at all the versions that he's played, I'm like, oh, that could be Joker. That's Joker. That's a Joker. That's a Joker too.
Right. He's gotten to do a lot.
Which it's kind of cool in a way because in the comics how they're saying Joker is whatever he is.
Right.
He's not got a
his story changes.
Yeah, I mean, technically he could be a different. I think in the book at one point it was Joker's changed throughout time, as in it's not been one guy.
Yeah, there is that interesting thing though with this one that it's always played by
the same actor, which I think is neat.
It is neat. It is neat. I might actually watch the finale.
Too. I might
just to check out how they end it. Sure.
It's a season, correct?
Series.
Okay.
Series finale.
Yeah, but it's one season is the final. It's the final season, right?
Right. Yeah. This is the last. Okay. No, they've got only a couple episodes left.
Oh, okay, cool. Then it's easy to peep that one. But it's actually gotten me curious because it took you this long to get it, and I'm glad they get to end it in their own terms.
Yeah, it feels like kind of like Smallville, how they were
Right.
like, "Oh, last episode, now we can do the cape and whatnot."
I just found it really weird in general that DC Warner Brothers is like, yeah, do the show, but we're not sure if we should let you guys do a Joker because it might confuse people about.
Are you talking about for Gotham?
Yeah, well, yeah. Warner Brothers didn't allow Gotham to actually use the name Joker. That was the whole point of this.
Right, but I think it
until
was
now.
in the same way as like Smallville. The rule was he couldn't fly and he couldn't have the tights on. Like I think it was just part of the mandate of
There can only be one at the time.
you can't do Joker this early with it, but before Bruce is ready to be Batman.
Yet we've got this Joker movie.
Well, the Joker movie is they're doing their own like what if thing. You know, they have
right.
different rules than the show does.
Cool.
That's their multiverse, man.
It
That's
is,
the
man.
DC thing. Is
Whatever.
They can do all the universes.
Also, yeah, that's it for the Joker. But Mark Hamill is the voice of Chucky.
Speaking of Jokers,
Yes,
neat.
that's interesting. I'm curious to see what it's gonna look like.
Yeah.
how that voice is gonna attach to the new version of this Chucky.
Part of me hopes that he doesn't just do the Joker's
Right.
voice,
Yeah.
but part of me is like the Joker's voice would kind of be tight for a Chucky doll. So we'll see. We'll see
Yeah.
what it is. I don't know. You know, could go either way.
Yeah. And then we get
I
to
feel like if it ends up still being that like it's an evil AI, people are still going to be salty.
Of course. I think it's like, it's weird because an evil AI, it's kind of in time, you know, like in the world that we live in. It would be weird if it was an AI when computers weren't really a big thing back in the day. So what was it, like just a blood curse or something, right? Like
Voodoo magic.
that's fine. That's I can
serial
accept.
killer got it.
Yes, I can accept
but
that.
it's not that AI is weirder.
What?
It's that you're changing the lore of a character.
Right. So what?
It's
like, how about if this guy's soul got trapped in a computer chip, and that computer chip went into this one Chucky doll? Yeah, that's just as bad.
Sure, yeah. But I mean, it's like changing Freddy to be like, oh, now he's a guy who attacks you in VR.
I was just
Instead of
about to
Dream.
say that, and I was like, I would probably be interested in seeing that. That
I'm
sounds
sure
like
they could. I'm sure they could do a movie where a guy attacks
Yes.
you in VR.
But then they wouldn't have to
Just
call
make that new Lawnmower Man.
That's
instead
true.
of,
That kind of is, isn't it?
yeah,
that movie
so
was weird, man.
It was weird, but I was saying like, don't change Freddy to now
That's
he's a
true.
VR character.
That's true.
You know, because Freddy's whole thing is if he wants to kill you in VR, your dream will be about VR.
That's
so that he
true.
can
Yeah,
kill you
yeah.
in
He's a
VR.
much
You know
more
what I mean?
broad. He's much more broad
Yeah,
than
he
just.
can do whatever he fucking wants.
I'm not just enclosed in VR. I'm in your nightmares. So
Yeah, man.
when you sleep, say when you take a nap on a couch, I can kill you. It's not just
Yeah.
when you're hooked up on VR. You just
Yeah.
take the VR off.
Yeah, you take a nap in the car or something.
Yeah, dude.
I can kill you while you're in the car. Who cares?
You get put to sleep on the operating table. Oh, you're dead.
Yeah, you're.
That'd be
that's
terrifying.
funny.
Actually, have they done that in any movies?
Where they had to go under medically.
Like where
don't
someone
know.
had to go on medically, and then he's like, "Hey, guess what, guy?
Now's the time.
Now I'm gonna kill you. You hate
Get 'em
dentists,
ready.
right? I gotta put you to sleep in a dentist chair. Guess what?
I'm sure I feel like they had to.
They
have done
gotta. That
dentist
sounds
thing.
almost. It sounds like it's
Yeah, because it's like a thing that teenagers hate anyway. Plus, like people hate it anyway.
plus Freddy in it. It's
Plus
like yeah,
Freddy Krueger. Yeah.
yeah.
come on.
Let's not make it any more scary than it already is.
How are you not gonna do that?
And onto the main teaser thing, trailer thingies.
Snap.
Let's do Joker first, since we're still
All right.
talking about Hamill. So first we got a poster. We got that poster of what's his face doing that thing.
Yeah,
You see
look it
this-
up.
Looking up.
Says
And
put a smile on that face or something like that.
something like that. And then the trailer dropped.
Yeah, they're calling it a teaser still.
Yes, because we don't really get much of the story other than, you know.
You don't get much Joker. I think you get a lot of him becoming that.
Right. Him who he is.
You don't get much like of him acting as the Joker.
Yep.
But you know, it looks interesting, man. It looks like a character study.
Mm-hmm.
I posted on Facebook earlier that I thought it would have been interesting if they had just said that this Joker inspired the Leto one, and he like named himself after him, like
I honestly like
Kelly or 50 Cent or something names themselves after old gangsters.
I thought we like I'm pretty sure we had this discussion episodes back where we're like, why not just make this a legacy thing?
Yeah, I think they could have. All they would have had to have done is use Thomas Wayne as use the dude, the Negan dude, as Thomas Wayne instead, and the other,
because it's not him, right?
No, it was gonna be Baldwin, but he pulled out because he didn't want to play Trump, basically, and I guess that's what they wanted him to play, was like 80s era Trump.
Thomas Wayne's supposed to be 80s era Trump?
I think that was their spin on it, as like the wealthy billionaire guy, and he was, you know, maybe potentially corrupt as a rich dude.
See, all right, here's
a lot of this story is to do with the Joker taking back order in Gotham or something like that, almost like a backwards vigilante type thing.
Automatically, because of that, I don't care anymore.
Yeah?
My thing about this is the Joker specifically. Like, all right, the teaser itself is filmed well. I think it looks good. I think it looks great, as in visually. The acting, I'm sure, is going to be top-notch. You've got a solid cast in there. Phoenix looks good. Zazie Beetz is I guess his love interest or whatnot. It looks like it's filmed real well, but I don't care.
Have you seen Taxi Driver?
Yeah, a long time ago.
The De Niro one?
Yeah.
It looks
it feels like that.
Similar to that.
Sure.
Like even in some of the stuff that happens in it, like him going on a date to try and like have like a normal life for a second thing, is very Taxi Driver. It even like has De Niro in it.
Yeah, that's weird.
And I've heard people compare it to The King of Comedy, which I've never seen before, but apparently it has a lot of similarities to that, but that's also a De Niro movie.
Okay.
So I'm kind of wondering if it's going to end up being some sort of a hybrid between those two concepts.
Weird. Yeah, I don't care. The reason being is because, to me, I mean, and it's fine. Like, if people like this, great. It's probably not for me. Will I watch it in the cinema? If my mates probably end up going, I'll probably tag along. But if I had a choice, I probably wouldn't have gone. I probably wouldn't go. I don't really care, because the thing is with the Joker, the fact that he's the protagonist of this film, I don't need to know the reason why he becomes the Joker. He's kind of the Joker because he is just that. He doesn't need, I don't need to, I feel like they're going to try to make us sympathize with the character, which I don't know if we should actually sympathize with Joker at all.
Right.
We're not, like, to me, he's a character that we're not supposed to understand his reasoning behind things. He causes chaos because that's just what he does. He doesn't need a reason for it.
Well, some versions of the Joker don't.
Sure. The thing is, I don't care for that version. And I'm glad it exists. I'm glad it's there for the people who might care about it. And it's not like it's a definitive take on the Joker. This is his definitive origin. It's just an origin. It's not the origin, if that makes sense. Which is good, because it gives the whole, he can be whoever, he could still be whoever he is. But then by placing this, by showing us this backstory type deal, you're putting, you're basically letting us know what he was prior to it. I dug, say, like, Ledger's version of it, where we didn't really know. And the fact that we didn't see what it was prior to it is better for me, because there's always that thought, oh yeah, what could it have been? That's not important, because if it was important, the story would be about him and how he got to it. But then that's not the point of that, I don't think. I don't think we should have, like, for me anyways, I don't need to know why the Joker is the Joker. Like, it's not like his journey isn't why we, like, it should be, like, the whole Batman thing should have been about Batman's journey, Bruce Wayne's journey, right? He's just a catalyst for action, you know, for activities that would occur in his life and whatnot. Be part of that journey, and it's not about the story of the Joker in that sense for me, anyways. That's why I'm like, this film to me is completely pointless. As in, like, in that sense where I don't need to see this. It looks good though. That's the thing. Like, I'll watch it as a film because it looks like it's a good film. But in terms of it being a joke, I'm like, it could have just been another film. Like, again, like all the films that you mentioned, Taxi Driver. What was that other one? King of Comedy? It could have just been a film like that where it's not. But the fact that it's like, oh, it's tied. It's the Joker, and I'm like, all right. It probably didn't need to be that at all. It could have just been like a thing in itself, like you were saying, where it's like how we were talking about Freddy Krueger being like a VR thing. I'm like, that could be its thing. You don't have to be Freddy Krueger. Like with this Chucky thing, it didn't have to be an AI going haywire. It could have been its own thing. This could have been its own thing, but the fact that it's now, oh, it's Joker. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care. Like, the thing is, but that's why it's like, it's somewhat conflicting, because I think it looks great as a trailer, but I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's nice though that DC, I feel that they're attempting different things. Like, each of their films are hitting different genres and target audiences. You know what I mean? Like, we've got Wonder Woman 84 coming out, which is like a period piece in the 80s. We had Shazam that just came out, which is like a family fun film with, like, you know, kid scares type stuff. We got this film, which looks like a crime drama thing. Who'd have thought, like, you know, that they'd be able to do something like this? But probably they should have just done this from the start.
Probably.
I probably would have accepted this more as well if we hadn't seen various depictions of Joker already the way they were. I don't know. I'm just that's just my current thoughts. I didn't need this film at all, and I still feel like I don't at all.
Yeah. Well,
but it looks good. Like, it looks like it's filmed well.
I very much do want to see it.
And that's good, man.
I think that the experiment to me is interesting of just going, fuck their continuity. Let's just make something that's good with the properties that we have, because these characters are chock full of history. And there is a version of the Joker. One of the most definitive Joker stories is The Killing Joke, and in that story, he tells a story of him being a failed comic, a stand-up comic, and I'm sure that elements of this will be based on Joker things. Right. The only thing that's weird to me about it, honestly, is giving him a definitive what his name was beforehand. Right. Also, that's literally the only part that's bizarre to me for some reason, and that it's Affleck.
I'm also just weirded out in general, the fact that it's like, let's do a Joker film, let's not have Batman in it, or Bruce Wayne's in it, but he's a kid.
Yeah, he puts that little smile
how
on his
much
face.
older is he gonna? That's why it's like, if this is tied to the thing, let the Joker be a legacy character. If that's how it's gonna be, let that be it.
Maybe they don't have to, because let's say Bruce in that movie looks, I don't know, like a 10 or 11.
Sure.
If this movie is supposed to take place maybe 81 or 80, because they keep saying 80s, but it looks old.
It looks older. It looks like, it looks older.
So if it's super early 80s, and supposedly this new Batman movie is set in the 90s, if he's busting through Arkham Asylum and stuff, and he's not supposed to be the same Batman that was Affleck's Batman.
Sure. It's a new Batman, as in, like, it's a reboot.
Joaquin Phoenix could be in the asylum that Batman is schmobbing around in, and then it's not about.
I just never imagined Joker to be that much older.
he's gonna be older for sure.
Right. Like this one, it seems like the gap of age is great.
Yeah, but if the Batman movie that we're gonna get, the prequel movie, is about him just going through an entire asylum of seeing his entire rogues gallery, then Joker being an older dude is just an element of how this universe works. And some of them, like Penguin, is hella old. Some of them he's not. You know,
I
in
guess,
this
man.
universe, fucking Joker's in his 60s, and he still looks the same because the same actor.
It's the
he's
same
just
actor.
older.
Right. And
You know,
that's why I'm
who
just like,
knows what they would do with it? I'm not ruling it out yet.
oh no,
Right
no,
now
for sure.
Right now, I'm going. They're trying something interesting, and they look like they're trying to.
Right, they're trying to
make
do something
really
for sure.
different and interesting here. So while part of me goes, well, it's weird that they're doing this and not doing this, and doing this and not doing this, while we still have like a Harley movie coming out.
Yep.
And we still have Shazam and Aquaman
and Suicide Squad,
same timeline.
And Suicide Squad, which
Suicide Squad's supposed to be a reboot, though.
Jai Courtney's back though.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, they keep flip flopping.
That's what I mean.
I think it's better if Jai Courtney is back. To me, that's better. Weirder to have Alba playing the same character as Will Smith did,
Right.
but at the same time, I think I'm fine with that too. I don't know.
See,
If Will Smith added so much to it that I'm like, ugh, it had to be him.
Honestly, it could have been. It could have been any actor. That's the
And
thing.
I like Idris Elba. I watch him shoot people with gauntlets on. I don't
Sure.
care.
I mean, we get to see a preview of that in the Hobbs and Shaw.
Sure. And plus, this Suicide Squad movie is probably going to be infinitely more fun to watch.
Yes, absolutely.
Chemistry will be great.
Yep.
Because why get James Gunn unless you're going to do something like that?
Right. And then, yep.
And so I think this new universe going could be interesting. I think that I'm on board with you that it is different to try and give Joker a definitive origin.
Sure.
But I guess I've seen a bunch of takes on he just comes from nowhere. So I'm fine with seeing a version of the movie where they tell us what happened. I mean, they did this before. They gave us a definitive Joker origin
with Batman.
Tim Burton's Batman.
I know.
And so to me, sure, why not? Let's see what happens. What happens.
Right. No, that's the thing. Like, as a film, as I said, I'm probably going to end up watching this film because most likely all my friends are going to be like, let's peep it anyways. I'll be like, sure.
It's Morbius now. It's cool. It's cool, bro.
Right.
It's cool.
Again, dude, we're getting a lot of movies. A lot of like, who'd have thought it's the period of comic book movies?
Yeah. We'll see how long it lasts. I feel like if it was just in the movie space would be one thing, but now we've got like a million comic book shows.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Is it kind of like overloaded?
No, not for me, because the genre has always existed in media space.
Agreed.
It's just to be able to do it in live action.
I think it's exciting.
Yeah. While even in the comic book space, not every comic book is a superhero.
That's why, right. Yeah, yep.
There's other genres. It's just now we're going like, oh, but we can do these ones there because now we can make people vanish on camera.
I think, I think it's now because we are able to do what we are able to.
Yeah.
Let's give it a shot now. Like, there are definitely still some things where I'm like, in live action, yeah. Or it's like, we're not ready yet.
Yeah, not ready.
We're not ready yet. No. I think we were shooting too far. Endgame.
Yeah, Endgame. So, Endgame.
We got that special look trailer.
The Endgame trailer, man. I think there's a lot of shenanigans going on in these trailers now.
I feel there's a bunch of red herrings, man.
Okay, so in those. Okay, so I have a theory about these fucking quantum suits.
Okay.
I kind of think that the reason that those set photos, like everybody has to have those tracking dots on them, is because I'm wondering if they are able to. Those quantum suits can like change or something.
Yeah.
Like I'm wondering if because Tony had all that like nanotech that he was using for the Iron Man suit in Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like he's only had to have improved on that by the time we get to what's going on in Endgame, because it looks like so there's definitely a time jump, because it looks like
it's weird. This trailer is bizarre because it seems like there's like a back and forth type deal. Because like I'm primarily looking at like good indications of the back and forth aspect is Black Widow's hair.
Yeah,
you know, because like for real, like some scenes she's still full blonde, so I'm like, all right, that's definitely closer to when we left off. And then there's other scenes where I'm like, oh, it's the red with the red that goes to blonde. And I'm like, all right, that's definitely later on. A couple of characters are missing. A couple of characters are here. They're missing on that one. It's like, how, like, what's... dude, can't wait. You got your tickets?
It looks like they're going to try and go fight Thanos, like, immediately after the events.
I feel that's going to happen. I feel like Captain Marvel's going to come down.
Yeah.
They go... Let's beat him up. I know how to get there.
No, we can beat him because I'm here now.
Yeah,
I'm be all super confident.
I'm super buff.
I think he's gonna murder.
Dude, he's gonna because she doesn't appear any other scene after that. That's why I'm like, what happens to her?
I think they fly up there to fight him,
and he kills her.
And they lose again.
Yeah, like destroyed.
Yeah, and then they go. He's like,
"Oh crap, we're not ready yet."
Yeah,
we're really not ready yet.
He's like, now go back to your home or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I killed so many people. I'm tired of killing people.
Yeah,
Isn't just this one enough?
Let me farm.
Send them back on their own way. Yeah.
Let me farm here in peace.
I think that they're gonna. It looks like at some point Thanos is going to attack the Avengers base
when he does that beam thingy.
I feel like it has to be something like that, because there's that scene that they showed in the last trailer where everybody like suits up inside the base or whatever.
Yeah.
And like there's that scene of Ant-Man like jumping around on pencils and office
equipment. Dude, that looks so cool. Yeah, like why pencils? You're not
they were in the middle of their base and he like exploded it out or something.
Dude, I can't wait.
And so I think also that scene they show in the alleyway of like Tony and Cap.
Do you think they should have shown that on a trailer? Or you think they should have left it in the big screen where it's like when you get to finally see them two?
I don't know that they needed to show anything that was in this last trailer, to be honest with you.
This special look trailer was like, oh, now you're really teasing the shit out of us. Like, but, it's so close to it now.
The scene in the alleyway, though, because I noticed the first mission they go on, when they go flying with Captain Marvel, Steve has the stealth suit on.
Yes, that's what I noticed too. That's when Black Widow still has her blonde hair.
She still has the blonde hair.
It's like a skeleton crew as well. It's not a lot of them.
Right. He's wearing the Winter Soldier suit, and I think they just rush into like, we have to try and make him reverse whatever he did.
Right, something, and that's when shit goes bad.
Right, and that scene where he's doing the like, "Do you trust me?" thing, and they shake hands.
Yeah. That's probably later on.
His suit, he has like the chainmail shoulders on.
Yep.
It looks like he has the chest piece from the like ripped off chest piece from Infinity War.
Okay.
So it's like a hybrid of two suits, which is bizarre. Which kind of makes me think that suit is bullshit, and that the Cap that he's talking to is the Cap from
Infinity War, because he dies.
I think he's talking to Avengers 1 Cap.
Yeah,
the one from the set photos. I think those tracking dots are so that they can put fake suits on them.
Sure. Question. Because time travel is a factor. How many? Right. We assume how many characters die, but they bring back older versions of themselves to fight in.
Oh man, I'm hoping hella of them, because I kind of think that would be great.
Because to me, this like if you got the original, if you had the like Avengers 1 Cap, Prime Cap basically, Thor with long hair, Thor with Mjolnir,
right?
You know,
is that better though?
I don't know.
Like the Stormbreaker is supposed to be.
I think so.
they changed that scene where he sucks the Stormbreaker to himself.
What did they change it to?
Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
If you look at the first trailer, it like whooshes past her. He grabs it and he's like, "Okay, I like her," whatever.
Yeah.
They do that same scene, except for the angle that he grabs the hammer from is at him, and the hammer looks like it has a lot of weight when he hits it. Just goes, it's like
it looks like it's way more impactful than the Mjolnir.
Yeah, the first one he just catches it like it's Mjolnir.
Honestly,
whatever.
It wouldn't surprise me if they do lots of takes.
Right, it was just an alt take.
It's probably an alternate take, and that's the thing. I feel that they do a bunch of alternate takes for these trailers.
Oh, yeah, of course they do.
Just because it's like, hey man, we know we're filming this much stuff anyways. We know we're gonna release trailers. It's almost like we're making trailers as we're making this film because we know exactly what we're gonna release when we release it. So why not? We can just fool that shit. It's part of the budget anyways. This film's gonna make so much money.
Speaking of alternate takes, though, that one of the alternate take things that bothered me was the first Avengers movie. They have the scene where Cap and Iron Man are arguing on the helicarrier, and he says, "What are you even without that suit?" And he says, "I'm a playboy billionaire philanthropist," or whatever. The version of that delivery that Downey Jr. does in the trailer for the movie, I love it. But it's a different delivery in the movie.
Yes.
They have just a different version of that take where it's a bit more stoic. It's less like snarky.
It's less snarky.
And I remember not liking that they changed that.
Dude, they do that a lot.
They do that.
It's weird.
However many takes.
Yes.
They don't know which one they're going to use in the edit.
Exactly.
But I think that there's some craziness going on with the trailer. I think that they're like tricking us with some of those shots. Because I was looking at the they say, "Do you trust me?" with Cap and Steve looking at each other.
Yep.
Then they cut to hands going in for the handshake. Doesn't necessarily look like Cap's hand.
No, it doesn't. It could just be a hand.
And it doesn't look like his suit either.
That's why. That's what I was thinking. It didn't look like the suit. That's why I was like, that's confusing. But the thing is, I like chatting stuff like this because it's like we're just thinking random things. Huh?
They haven't shown Hulk. I knew they were gonna wait to show Thanos till that last trailer.
Oh yeah. They're definitely not gonna show Hulk.
I don't know, man.
You know what? If they do show him, it's gonna be in some bullshit TV spot.
Yeah, the last TV spot that comes out.
Garbage. At this point, though, I'm avoiding everything.
They did that with Vision too.
I'm avoiding everything at this point because you got your tickets?
Yes.
What screening?
I think 6 o'clock
Thursday?
or 6:30 on Thursday. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
So yeah.
Sweet.
That's good times.
I've got 2 tickets now.
Woo! I didn't do a second screening ticket thing yet.
I got first screening on I think it was Thursday. No, our Wednesday. I got on Wednesday, which is your Tuesday. And then I got one for Thursday, which is an IMAX one.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Dude, the IMAX website was down everywhere.
Yeah. Not even just the IMAX website.
Every website, dude. This film is...
one of the times I went to look, it tried to put me in like a queue.
Wow, dude.
And I was like, I'm not doing a queue. And
dude, if this film doesn't...
I was like, the tickets are available. I'm going to sleep.
If this film doesn't make reach Titanic level...
Oh, man. Well, they said that the pre-sale tickets were breaking records already.
Yeah, it was it said Aquaman broke the records for Friday pre-sales, and this one broke that by 4 times.
Yeah, they said this might be the first, just based on the pre-sales, the first $300 million opening.
That is monstrous.
Yeah, they said they beat Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Pre-sale tickets by ×3 or something.
Yeah,
like
some garbage. So it's good job, Disney.
Yeah, either way they win, right? So
it was kind of you're titling it Endgame. It's like the be all end all.
It is, and I think that as far as the kind of crazy ride we're gonna go on, it will deliver on that.
Oh, dude, that's the thing. Like, I was speaking to a mate yesterday after I rewatched Shazam, by the way. I was speaking to a mate and yesterday about Endgame, and I'm like, I don't want to have any expectations for this film, but it's hard not to.
Right.
And at this point, I don't even know if they can screw this up for me.
As far as Endgame,
like,
yeah,
they have to really go out of their way to screw it up.
I think for most people, they're just gonna be salty
about who they lose and whatnot.
Everybody just comes back. It's like reset to what it was before we started. If there's no consequence, I don't
feel that's the case though. There's gonna be like permanent losses.
I think so too, man. Because I really think Tony's gonna have a kid.
Yeah.
And he's gonna have to undo the kid to bring his friends back.
That's just crushing. And then he's gonna die in the end, and the kid doesn't exist either.
Maybe the kid exists still, but he doesn't.
He doesn't. That's kind of a nice sacrifice right there, too.
Maybe.
Cap just goes.
Maybe Cap stays in his time. We get those.
Honestly, that's like happy. That's like happy ending for him, kind of like. But is it though? It's kind of bittersweet.
It is, man. But
I can't, dude. It's in like 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's gonna be here right there.
I know. I know. Yeah, but we got Hellboy in like
next week.
Week and a half.
Yeah, week and a half. I'm actually looking forward to that one. I think that one's gonna be fun.
Looking forward to it.
I think it's gonna be fun.
I'm keeping my expectations low.
Yeah. Well, no, for sure.
Chance of enjoying it. Because I really liked those Guillermo movies.
The second one especially, man. Golden Army was great.
Yeah, I love the movie, and so I'm just weary because it's somebody else doing it, and so far everything looks cool to me except for Hellboy. So
Hellboy looks good at some scenes. Yeah. I think when he wears his coat, he looks awkward.
I think the coat is bad.
When he's just kind of like topless and stuff. He looks great.
The arm is still too big to me.
I noticed what's my issue with the arm is like the actual things exactly. It starts off too here.
Right.
The stone starts. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. It starts off way too low, and it's an extra forearm. And I was like, that's why it's like I'm gonna scratch my ankle.
Right, because he's like, nah, I needed room for all the mechanics for me to control the thing.
Which is
neat. Like, no, man, just make it his arm slightly larger.
Dude, like especially we got prosthetics plus the assistance of CG. I'm shocked that they just didn't do that.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know,
man.
It
for Cable's arm. You can do it for Hellboy.
Dude, if you could do it for like every character in existence at this point. If you can age a character for an entire movie,
give him an arm.
Give him an arm. Give him an arm. If you can have if you can have Rocket Raccoon interact with every human, what's an arm?
Give him an arm, man.
I don't know, but this Endgame though looks good.
It looks crazy.
It's gonna be bonks.
I think. Okay, so I saw in the scene where Hawkeye's like in the ship and he's blowing shit up. He's in like a hallway and he's blowing shit up. If you find the 3D version of the trailer, that scene is the only scene that's like different.
You see one of those creature dudes, right?
You see the four-armed Ravager things from Infinity War, the ones that were like burning themselves through walls and shit.
I like them. They're cool. I like them. I like that.
I'm wondering if there's an element of them going back to the fight in Infinity War and trying to change shit. Like maybe that's Hawkeye infiltrating the ship.
Oh, the actual ships that come down? Yeah.
And he's like blowing them up before they even get there.
Okay.
Because we have that scene with Thor like reacting to the hammer in the last trailer where he's almost looking at the hammer confused. And I like wonder if that's him like reliving the battle of from Infinity War,
like deja vu.
Something, because it seems like it looks like the same sky scene of right before he starts like blasting through all the shit.
Yes.
And And so,
Maybe
and I
he's
think-
looking around like, oh, they're defeated now.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. There's a scene where Rocket is looking up at some like amber light, and it looks like he's on Thanos' ship. So I'm wondering if there's like, I'm really curious if they end up fighting Thanos several times throughout time.
Dude, I would
because
would
he's
love
got
it.
the fucking gauntlet.
Yes.
I wonder if he's like trying to stop them at each of their attempts
Yes.
to revert things.
Which would make this film so dope.
Right, like if they're like trying to steal a gem before Thanos can get to it,
But then he goes back himself to stop
right,
them
so
from
he's going
taking
back
it.
as well. So he's
Dude.
like fighting them in the battle from the first Avengers, in like scenes from maybe even Age of Ultron. It'd be interesting if they like went back and like tried to use Ultron against
I would
Thanos.
I would
or
love
something
it.
crazy.
I would love it all. I would love this all. Like, if none of this happens, if none of what we talks about happen, I'm sure I'm going to enjoy whatever the fuck they're going to
Oh
present
yeah,
to us.
it's gonna be bonkers. It's gonna be bonkers.
I'm just,
Whatever it is. It's
and they
gonna
were
be
like, oh,
bonkers.
it's going to be over 3 hours, and I'm like, I don't care.
Cool. Good.
Good. Be as long as you need to be to tell a great story.
Yeah, man.
I'm
I wanna-
invested
I wanna
already.
go on a fucking adventure.
Yes, please
That's
take me
what
on a
I'm-
ride. Take me on a ride. So I'm excited. It's gonna be great.
I want to take you for a
I know
ride.
I was gonna sing that song and I was like, nah. I was seriously gonna sing and I was like, nah, I'll let that pass. So it's good. This is why we do a podcast. And that's basically it. That's all that we've got to talk about this episode.
Is that all?
Yeah, that was it.
I didn't even mean to do that echo that time.
I think it worked. It was very dramatic.
It was.
It was kind of super dramatic. That was a weird 70s style.
It was kind of 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah. So let's end it now.
No, I got a thing.
All right, you want to rewind? That sounds
I recorded a.
It's a shame you can't name those files.
It really is.
You could answer my questions. Chap, I have a random question. Do you think you could answer my questions? Have a random question. Do you think you could answer my questions?
There's so many conflicting sounds, and it's just so weird.
You think you could answer my questions? Have a random question.
Okay, ask the question.
Would you?
Did you need to echo that as well, actually?
I didn't mean
Does the question have to sound epic?
Would you rather wear underwear with hot sauce in it?
Okay.
Or those tiny suntan glasses where they have the like black lens? It's like 2 eye cups.
I don't know
Have you
what
seen
that
these?
is.
They're like, you put these glasses on and they're little cups over your eyes that you wear while you're suntanning.
Oh,
so
okay.
that you-
The little things that you cover your eyeballs in a tanning bed type deal.
Yeah,
Right.
but one of those with ants in it.
Over my eyes?
Yeah.
I'll just wear the hot sauce underpants. Because I can wash that. I don't want I don't want ants walking around my
But it's
eyeballs.
like filled with hot sauce. So this is
Yeah,
gonna
but
get
I'm
you
assuming
cracked.
that one's also filled with ants.
Yeah, there's ants in there.
Yeah, no. I'd rather wear the hot sauce. Again, I can wash myself afterwards. I don't want ants crawling on my eyeballs. That's pretty simple.
It,
I think that's pretty
that is
simple.
pretty-
Yeah,
It is pretty simple.
yeah. Would you have picked the ants? Is that what you're saying?
I wouldn't have.
Yeah, see, so I think it's fine.
But thank you for answering my question.
Every episode's gonna have one now, isn't it?
We did it.
It's just weird how the song segment to get into it is very long.
Well, it took me a while to remember what
Okay.
each.
Maybe you should try and record it into a WAV file and just press
Normally
it.
it'll just.
Okay. Do you remember what number it is now?
Yeah, it's 58.
Okay.
I went to 58 the first time I thought, but it didn't play it.
Okay.
And then so I went to 48 and that was not it. So I went back to 58 and then it was it. So I was confused.
That is confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah, hot pants. Hot pants. It would just be called hot pants.
Yeah, he just wears them.
It would just be called hot pants. You didn't specify for how long, so that's fine.
I didn't.
You don't have to. It's either one or the other, and I would pick that one because I could just wash that one off. There's no problem.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah, I want to use my eyeballs. I can still, walk around with pants. Just it's uncomfortable, but it's better than ants on my eyeballs. Is what I'm saying.
You're not wrong.
So
We did it, man.
that's it. If you got any random questions, people, you can send them to us too. We will answer them.
If you got a good would you rather,
Yeah, it has to be a would you rather.
Drop one in the in the comments.
In the comment section, we'll read them out. And
Maybe
we'll
read them out.
and we'll
next
answer
time.
it. It's not just me that's going to be answering it too. Because it seems like when Royce asks, like I can't be bothered asking. I don't think up these random would you rather questions.
That's why I asked.
Yeah, that's why it's there. That's why it's there. Okay,
So
yeah.
anyway, guys, I think that's everything, right?
That is.
I feel like I definitely, if prompted, could talk about that Endgame trailer for another 1,000 years.
For sure, but
There's so much stuff
it wouldn't
in there.
surprise me if we talk about it again next
We didn't even
episode.
talk about how they got the Iron Man suit with the classic
Hey,
gold.
check it. Next
arms.
episode, we'll continue our talk.
Ah, jeez. All
Until
right.
the film's release, which I'm sure will have a super
Yeah.
long Endgame episode.
Okay, for sure.
All right.
So yeah, until the next one, guys. Stay chipper, chaps.
Stay chipper.
I gotta set it up so I can make yours echo as well.
That's fine, dude. I don't need to echo. Yours is enough echo.
No, I like when you echo as well.
That's cool too.
We're gonna both echo next time.
Okay.
Stay chipper, chaps.
Stay chipper.